So fortunately, the debug mode makes it real easy for us to add a field to a view. So we've looked at what the model is, and the model holds the data itself, but there has to be a way to show the data, and you might look at the data this way. For example, we're seeing now the cost and the volume and the gross weight in what we call a tree view, or you might look at it in the form view. And so different views can sit on top of a single model. In fact, the product.template model has many views that Odoo uses to show information about products. And so what we want to do is we want to modify this particular view so we can specify the calories for our product. And we might just want to drop it in here and right now make it so we can start collecting that data, and we're going to see how easy that is. First thing we have to do is we have to make sure we're in debug mode, and in this tab we just don't happen to be in debug mode. So let's jump into debug mode. And now that we're in debug mode, we can go up here and you'll notice there's all these options under our debug menu. So you just click this to pop your debug menu, and under here there's an edit form view. It's just sitting right there. So we hit edit form view, and I'm just going to click down in this part down here, and we're going to see what might look like really confusing to you if you've never seen XML before and you're very new to programming. So this is like one of those areas where up till now, it's basically been filling in boxes. We haven't done any programming or anything like programming. We're just looking at the framework. This is going to be the first time you really are kind of doing something that's like programming. So don't panic. Just know that you're looking at the view for this product form, and you're looking at basically an XML type document. And the things to look for as we scroll down is don't let it intimidate you, but notice how right here we have barcode. Okay, so it's not that far down. We can see that we have, maybe was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This happens to be the 8th line down. It might be a little different in your version if Odoo is changed a little something in the build. But you'll notice that we have a field name barcode. And what you can know about that is, I'll go ahead and close this now, is that's exactly referencing this barcode field you see here. And the internal reference, you'll notice if I mouse over it, says default code. Now let's look at our form view again. Notice we have default code, and then we have barcode right under it. Now, fortunately for us, this makes it really easy for us to add in our calories, because we can just add it right into this form right here. Now, this isn't a best practice for production environments. This isn't a best practice if you're a developer and you've been and you're writing a module. You don't need to use the debug mode, and you do not need to edit your views inside of this. But this is a great way for you to understand the framework for Odoo, and that's what we're building. We're building a foundation for you to understand how Odoo's framework works. What happens is that right here you can notice object is product.template. So Odoo's smart enough to know as soon as it sees object product.template that every field that you've placed down in here is coming from that model. It really is as simple as that. I can jump in here and hit enter, and we'll just space over, just hitting your space bar. And we're going to type our first line here that's going to let us put the calories into our form. I'm going to use an open less than sign. It's like usually it's the shift comma, so it's on the comma key. Do a shift comma, and that's like a less than sign. And so then you type field name equals, and so this tells basically the Odoo interpreter, the Odoo engine that's processing this, to, hey, I want to show a field name. Well, what field name do I want to show? I want to show the one I just added. X calories. And now I can end this off just like that. So this is kind of like the ending symbol that goes with the ending bracket. And you'll see other examples of that, like right here, it uses it again. So how we have field string variants, it has a name, and then it goes to right there. And that ends it off. Notice how here there is no ending slash, and instead this field gets ended off here. So it's going to be a little confusing at first. We'll have other examples, but this is all you have to type. So everything else stays the same. You're just going to put in this code right here in order for it to put that calories field there. And when I hit save, it's checking to make sure that field is in there. How do I know? Watch this. If I go in here, edit, and I put some garbage and hit save, it says invalid view definition, field X calories DFD does not exist. So you're getting to see here how Odoo is validating this XML for you. So if the field's not right, it'll let you know. But we do have an X_calories field because we added it to our module or to our model. So I hit save and close that. Now, notice we don't see our change yet. We have to click on products, click back here again, and now notice we got calories here. It's 0, but we can go right over here and see that that's actually 60 calories. So we edit, put in a 60. Now we have 60 calories saved for our product there. If I go ahead and let's pick another product. Let's go to Steak and Shake Steak Burger Skillet. Steak Burger single skillet. Create product. Jump back over. We got 1,370 calories. Okay, so that's some calories. All right, but let's put them in. 1,370. Save. And now you'll notice if we go back to our first one, we have our 60 calories. Go here, we got our 1,370. So we can see how we quickly were able to add this to our form view. And now we can edit it and save it. So we added the model, we got it on our view. We can edit it, we can save it. So even though that's just a little bit of time it took to learn how to do that, just imagine of all the forms and all the processes in different places of Odoo where you need to customize something and you just need a little piece of extra information, just something that'll help your users or your customers or your vendors with that extra piece of information. It's about your business requirements. Now you know how to add that to basically any form in Odoo just by using debug mode to find what object or model you need to add the field to, then going into your, after adding that field, going into your edit form view and placing your field right on your form. So it's simple but very powerful. So in our next video, we're going to explore a little bit more about how you can edit views, and we're going to do a little bit of an exercise, a little bit of a challenge for you.